Good afternoon. First, I want to thank you all for coming out. My name is Richard Myers. I'm the lieutenant of the Homicide Sex Crimes Bureau, and I'm over the sex crimes section. The reason I'm here today is to provide you an update from a sexual assault that occurred on March 8th, 2021 in the 2200 block of North Torrey Pines. After a week-long investigation, I'm happy to inform the public that we've made an arrest in that case, and we've knocked on over 1,000 doors during the course of this investigation that took a week. Collaborative effort from many members of the Las Vegas Metropolitan Police Department and many members of the community is what led to the arrest of Mr. Lapreezy Jones, who you see over my left shoulder here. Mr. Jones is currently being held at the Clark County Detention Center on 5 felony counts, to include sexual assault and battery with intent to commit sexual assault. I want to tell you a little background about this case. Stranger sexual assaults are the most painstaking investigations for the police department because it's just that, it's a stranger. And we have to figure out who that stranger is that's preying on the citizens of our community. And in this case, a young lady was out walking her dog in that neighborhood, and Mr. Jones took advantage of that young lady and attacked her when she wasn't prepared to defend herself. Mr. Jones attempted to strangle that victim, and then he proceeded to sexually assault the victim. Again, after a week-long, exhaustive investigation from the men and women in the Sex Crimes Bureau and the officers at Northwest Area Command, the evidence in the case led us to Mr. Jones, and he was arrested last night so he could be held accountable for the crimes that he committed on the victim in this investigation. And with that, I'll take a couple of questions. The victim is doing okay. Sadly, with sex crimes, victims in our cases will be victimized their entire life. They live the trauma of this event throughout the entirety of their life while they're trying to heal through this.
Are all the charges for that incident, or is he suspected in any other?
At this point, all the charges are for that incident. Mr. Jones has had some limited contact with the police department, and so what we're asking is the public to take a look at this man and let us know by contacting Crime Stoppers if they've been the victim or if they know somebody who's been the victim of a crime that Mr. Jones has committed.
She was able to call 911, correct? Can you speak about that?
So the victim was in a fight for her life, and eventually 911 was called. Okay. Again, at this point, we have no cases that we're tying Mr. Jones to. There's an ongoing investigation regarding him, and we're asking the public to come forward if they have any information, if they understand that he may be involved in any criminal activity.
What was Metro's protocol? Was it a major incident response?
Yes, as I stated, sir, it was a stranger sexual assault, and we take all crimes very seriously, but when we have a stranger preying on the citizens of our community, we take that to the top level and we run a major case out of that, and we bring all of the resources of our police departments and sometimes some of our partners within the county or the state to come forward and assist us in that investigation.
Did the public play a part in identifying him?
The public did play a part in this investigation. So we opened up a leads tips line, and we also received tips from Crime Stoppers. At this time, because we're still continuing to receive tips on this case, none of the tips that we received led to the suspect's arrest. But we appreciate the public being willing to come forward and to assist us with these investigations. They play a pivotal part in this investigation. And the last thing that I'll leave you with is we have a program here at the LVMPD called Vegas Safe Cams. If you go onto our website, Vegas Safe Cam gives you the ability to log your address and where your cameras are located on your address. Again, because of this exhaustive search, knocking approximately 1,000 doors, we have hours and hours of video feed that had we been able to go to that website and know that the person at this specific address had cameras, we could have gone to them quickly on in the investigation and potentially gained an investigative lead.
Where was he arrested?
So Mr. Jones was arrested in the area of Vegas and Rainbow. Okay, thank you. Have a good day.